Are you tired of dying too fast, unable to progress, or just want to be better? Well, hello, my name is Reaper, and I'm here to share my wisdom about tanking, damage reduction, and survivability. Now, to be honest, I could make a 2-hour long video about all the ways to survive the harsh world of Warframe, but since my audience retention is worse than of a 10-year-old with ADHD, I decided to keep this short and go with the universally good facts and tips. I do want to say thank you to the small percentage of people that watch my full video, it helps my little channel a great amount. Back to our original topic. I will show you a lot of different ways of how to survive, but the first very important fact is that each method you see is not enough in itself. Combining the different tactics is the best way to do it. Now you might be wondering, why isn't it enough to put all these beautiful mods in and be done with it? There are two answers. First is, the enemy damage will outscale your shield, HP and armor even if you have thousands of them. Second reason is because of the limited mod slots. To maximize your Warframe's power, you have to put as much ability mods in as possible. So in most cases, you can only slot in 1 or 2 defensive mods. But not to worry. I'll explain everything. Let's start with the most important knowledge: shield gating. The simple explanation of what shield gating is the feature that prevents you from being one-shot. Basically, when your shield breaks from some kind of damage, you get a few seconds of immortality. When your health bar is grey, it means that you cannot die. When this happens, you get the tactical advantage to use this and kill the enemy or retreat and wait for your shield to recharge. However, toxic status effect can bypass shield and damage directly the health bar, so be careful when you're fighting the infested or some kind of Eximus unit. Next is Warframe abilities. Now you might have not noticed it, but all Warframes have a defensive feature which gives them better survivability, some subjectively worse while others objectively better. From shields to invisibility, special armor, damage reduction, or just straight up immortality.
Hey, but Excalibur doesn't have any of these.
Oh, but he does. When you use slash and dash, he becomes invincible. Which allows him to recharge his shield, thus use shield gating. Now you can see where this is going. Warframe defensive abilities can usually be enhanced with augment mods. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my mod guide. Speaking of mods, that is what our next talking point is. When you are a new player, the game is way more forgiving. So just simply using health, shield and armor mods at the beginning is good enough. But once you encounter higher level enemies, we have to spice things up. One of the best way and commonly used method is the Augor mods. Because they are not only give ability power, but also give you shield on ability use. So you can make it harder for your shield to break, or when it does, quickly get some back. A more efficient version of this is the Brief Respite Aura mod. The bigger problem though will be your health, since it won't regenerate as your shield and health orbs won't be always around. If you fight the infested, some way of health regen is a must-have. And that's when the other Aura mods come in handy. One is Rejuvenation and the other is Dreamer's Bond. Passive health regen makes the game less stressful, but it still won't be enough. That's when one of the best mods in the game, Equilibrium, comes in, which not only good health, but also a great energy sustainer. You can get it from the Lifantis on Deimos, or from the circuit. Early on, if you are lucky, you might get Life Strike or Healing Return. If you struggle with progressing, these mods can undoubtedly help. Also, if you can't get them, just buy one off from another player. It's really cheap. The next survival tip is the knockdown immunity. One of the most dangerous situations is you getting knocked down while getting swarmed. Handspring, power drift and sure-footed is advised when your Warframe doesn't have any stagger resist. The best part about them is that they are Exilus mods, so you can slot them in without losing power. But what is currently the best mod? Is the two arbitration mod, Adaptation and Rolling Guard. They make the game 100 times easier if one knows what he's doing. And the best part is they are unbelievably cheap, so one can get it as soon as possible. Arcanes. I don't think I say much about Arcanes, since they are more of a nice addition than a necessity when it comes to survival, but if you're looking for some bonus, Arcane Grace, Reaper, Blessing, Barrier and Escapist are the ones currently which can universally impact all Warframes. Combining Arcane Blessing with Adaptation was my favorite method. Spoiler alert! If you haven't completed the War Within quest yet, then do that and come back. If you don't know how, I made a video explaining the route. Operator. After you unlock the Operator, you get one of the best survival tools in the game. Not only you can turn invisible, phase through enemies and use overpowered abilities, but you're also able to equip arcanes like Magus Elevate and Nourish, which allows you to heal your Warframe by switching to Operator. Also, with Magus Lockdown, you can crowd control enemies around you by locking them down, both very useful. And even if you manage to get yourself killed, if you unlock Last Gasp and Vengeance, by killing 3 enemies while downed, with Operator you just revive, without losing any buff or stacked stats. Do you still want more tips? Is it still not enough? Well, you came to the right place. Now surely you already heard that the Epitaph is one of the, if not the best, primer. Just spray some quick shots in a crowd and they'll be drowning in status effects. But now with the secondary fortifier, if there is any enemy with overguard, you can strip their overguard by gaining it yourself. I personally use this tactic with Cora, since she is quite vulnerable alone. Still want more? Alright, for my last, most overpowered method. The veterans that knows about this usually won't talk about it because some say it's morally questionable. All you need to do is come here and